Hi everyone, welcome back to Coding Hives. And today we are building a fun and interactive quiz app using Python and Tkinter. This is the quiz app we are going to build. Has some questions and there will be a timer. So for example, what is the capital of France? It's Berlin, right? So next, you can select any option in 15 seconds. Otherwise, it will move for the next question. So for example, I am giving a wrong answer. Here, just we will wait for the timer to timeout. So it will lead to the next question. I am writing this one. Okay. So now our score is only 2 out of 4. So this is the application we are going to build. And here we are using simple Python and Tkinter only. Okay. If you are just getting started with the Python and want to explore GUI apps, this project is perfect for you. You will learn how to display questions, captures user input with radio buttons, calculate scores, and display the final result. As you saw, the app will display one question at a time. It shows 4 multiple choice options. You click your answer and hit next. There is also a timer. At the end, a pop-up will show you a final score. Okay. First, we need to import the tools we needed, right? So we can import from Tkinter import star. Okay. Also, I need to import messagebox. So I can write from Tkinter import messagebox. Okay. So here Tkinter is a Python library. A built-in GUI library. It helps to create windows, buttons, labels, and much more. Okay. And messagebox is a part of a Tkinter. It helps us to show pop-up messages like the final score we saw. Okay. So next we need to define the questions, options, and correct answers, right? So for that I am declaring a list. Okay. Questions equal to, as a list I'm giving. So our first question is, you can add your own question. I'm adding what is the capital of France. Okay. And the second question I can add, then we have options, right? So I'm creating another list as options, and here our options are, it is a nested list. Okay. So here two-dimensional array, like a two-dimensional array, we are storing the options. Okay. So here it is Berlin, then Paris, then Madrid. Okay. Is our answer list, right? So I am creating another list as answers, mentioning the index of the correct answers. Okay. So for the first question, the correct answer is Berlin, and for the second question, for correct answer is Earth, and the third question correct answer is Arctic, and fourth question correct answer is Charles Dickens. So I'm just giving here the index. Okay. So here this is 2 1 3 1. Clear? So this is our list. So here we uses questions, a list of questions, and options, a list of list containing 4 choices as per the question, and answer is a list of correct options. Okay. Now we will build our main window. Okay, root is equal to tk. Okay, this is tkinter. Then we need to write like root dot title. We need to write the title whatever we want in that window. Okay, so here I am writing qsap. Next we need to give the size of this window. Okay, so for that we can give a root dot geometry, right? Root dot geometry 500 into 400. Okay, this is the size of we need. Okay, I'm going to create two variables for the question number and score. Okay, so for that I'm declaring two variables as q number is equal to 0, and for storing the score like how much he is getting. Okay, so that is also I'm initializing with the 0. We need to get the selected option. I mean, we are using radio button here, right? So when the user is clicking something, we need to know he is clicking that one, that which option he is clicking, we need to know, right? So for that, in this Python Tkinter, we have one thing like IntVar. So using that, we can track which button the user was clicked. Okay, so that also I am going to use here. We can use a variable name selected option. Okay, so selected option equal to, we have a function like IntVar. Okay, so this will track which radio button was clicked. Clear? So now we got which option is the user is clicking. Clear? Now also I told we are using a timer, right? So for that we can use a time variable. For example, I can use time left equal to 15. So it means the maximum time to finish the question is 15 seconds. Okay, next I'm going to declare a timer id, which is initially declaring as none. Okay, so here this interval is used to hold integer values that can be updated dynamically. Okay, and we use it with the radio buttons. Also this time left is to keep track of the remaining seconds per question. Clear? We will make the UI design, then we will do the remaining coding. Okay, so for that I will declare a variable like question label. This is for the label part for the question. Okay, so question label is equal to a label of, here we need to write root, then we need to give the format of the text, like here text is equal to empty, and we need to write the font if it is font equal to for the time being I'm giving Arial. Okay, so I can give Arial. Also the size is 16. Okay, so this is a question label. Also we can give padding for that, so I can write question label dot pack. Okay, pad y and pad x is there, so here we are using pad y, which is aligning to y axis, so pad y equal to 20. Okay, now we have a timer also, right? So for that I am declaring a variable like timer label. Timer label equal to, here we can use label of, then the same root, then here also we can write text equal to empty, then font I can give font equal to, here also we can use Arial. Then size I can give, I will give 12, right? And here we can give the color also, FG equal to that one we need in red, right? So I can give red. Okay, this is for the timer label. This one also we can pack, so timer label dot pack. Okay, Now we have some radio buttons, right? So I am declaring a variable as radio buttons, and we need four, more than one, so I can make it as a list. Okay, so here we are for the time being we are using only four, right? So I can use a loop and I can give the limit as 4. Okay, 4 in a range of 4, and I will declare a variable like RB. I mean, this means the radio button. Okay, and we have a radio button function here. So here we can use root, then the same things, text equal to empty. Then we can give variable is equal to selected option. Okay, selected option, comma, value equal to I. Okay, that means 0, 1, 2, 3. And here also we can make the font equal to, I can write Arial. Also the text size is 12. That one also we need to pack, so rb dot pack. Okay, right, anchor equal to w, and pad x equal to, I'm giving 20. Okay, then we need to append this button, right? So radio buttons dot append this rb. Okay, so it will append each radio button together. Okay, so like this 4 radio buttons will be added together. Clear? So this is our UI part, this much only our UI part. Okay, so I will make a comment here, this is UI part. So this is the UI part. Now we will write the remaining functions to calculate the score and everything. Okay, so first I will write a function to make the timer, I mean to reduce the count, right? So we will write a function like def count down. Okay, so this is the function to reduce the count, I mean the timer. So for that, what I'm going to do is I will make this variable, I mean this time left and timer ID as a global variable so that we can access everywhere. Okay, so here I am writing a time left comma timer ID. Okay, clear? Now we need to check if this time left is less than 0, then we need to reduce the count, right? So for that I can write, we have a timer label, right? We already declared it. That one we need to config. Okay, so we have a function like config. Then here we can write text equal to, like we need to show the time left. Okay, so here we can use text equal to, we can use an f string like time left, then in here we can say the time. Okay, so the variable name is time left, right? So this is our variable name, so it will show how much time is left. Okay, now for each second we need to reduce it, right? So time left minus equal to 1. Clear? Also we need to do timer id, that is our timer id equal to root dot after then 1000 comma countdown. Okay, so each 1000 millisecond, I mean each 1 second, it need to call the function again and again. That is the meaning of this line of code. Clear? Also we need to do one more thing, that is we need to ask the next question. So we will write a function to call the next question as well. Okay, next question, this will move to the next question if the timer run out. Okay, I'm going to write a function to display the current question and its options. Okay, so for that I am writing a function as def display questions. Okay, this is our function name. Left and timer ID as a global, so the change will reflect in everywhere. Okay, and here, as we know, the time left, I'm reassigning it as 15. Okay, so we will reset the timer by this line of code, and we will check if this timer ID is exists. Initially we put it as none, right? If this timer ID is exists, we can write root dot after cancel. So this will stop any running timers before restarting. Okay, we have this question label, right? So we need to config it like config, then text equal to question label. Sorry, here we have a list, right? Questions list, and here we can give this question number, right? Here the question label will be filled with the question, okay, corresponding question. So initially this queue number is 0, right? So it will start with the first question. Okay, then we can write selected option dot set. So initially it will be -1, and from the radio button we will access the correct answer. Okay, so for that I am writing a loop, like we have 4 radio buttons, right? So I can write for I in a range of 4. Here we have a radio buttons array, right? So radio buttons of I dot config, then here text equal to, we can write options, then inside that we can give the question number. So question number of I. Okay, clear? So this will show the question, and we will call the function countdown here also to reduce the timer. Okay, clear? So this is the function to display the questions. Clear? Next we will write the function to move for the next question, right? So we will write that also, next question. Okay, so here we need to we are changing this question number, score, timer ID, etc. So we will make these all things as a global variable. Global means we are using the same variable we declared outside, and we are using that only. Okay, so here global queue number, comma, then score, then here we need this timer ID. Okay, then we will check if this timer ID is active, then we need to cancel it. Okay, so here root dot after underscore cancel. Okay, and here we can use this timer ID. Now we need to check if this selected option is the correct answer, then we need to increase the score, right? So for that we can use selected option dot get, okay, is equal to our answers, right? We have a list of answers of that question number. If it is equal, that means we got 1 point, right? So we can simply increase the score, I mean the score. So score plus equal to 1. Clear? And also we need to increase the question number. So here I can write question number plus is equal to 1. Okay. Now also we need to check if you reach the end of the question. That means it is done. We need to show the score and we can make it out, right? So for that I can check if this question number less than a length of question, I mean 4, right? So here I can take this one. If question number less than length of question, then we need to again show the question, right? We need to call the function display question, right? Otherwise, that means like all the question is done. So we need to show the result, right? So we can make a function. I will write the function to show the result. I mean show the score. Clear? We will write that function as well. Now we will write the function like show result. Okay. So in that we need to just simply show the result. I mean the score. Okay. So here we can use this message box, that pop-up window. Okay. So I'll write message box dot show. Okay. Message box dot show info. I can write show info. Then here we can write result. Okay. And here we can write using an F string how much score you got, like the your, we can write your score is, then we have a variable for score, right? That one score. Then we can also give this out of how much, that one we can give here. This one also we need to make it in the function, I mean in the curly braces. So length of questions. Okay, I mean out of 4 how much you got, that will be showed in this pop-up window. Clear? So these are the functions. Let me check, did we miss anything else? Once show this result, we need to also destroy this root. Okay, so that also we can give root dot destroy here. We already made this UI part, but here we need to add one more thing. We can add a next button here, right, for moving for the next question. So that also I can add here. I can add, I will create a variable like next button, and here I will use this button, and here root. Then I can use text. Here I can give as next. Okay, so when the timer is out, it will move to the next question by default. Otherwise, if you click this next button, it will go for the next question. Okay, so here I can write command equal to, we will call this function here, I mean this next question here. Okay, that one also we need to pack. So I can write next button dot pack. Here we can use pad y, right? So pad y equal to 20. Okay, so this much is the UI part. Now we need to call this function to work, right? So I will just call display questions. Then we need to repeat this, right? So for that I can call root dot main loop, right? That's it. I think we did everything. Let's check it is working or not. We will correct if there is any error. If selected option dot get equal to answers. Yeah, I missed a colon here. We will check that. Selected options. Here, okay, we'll run this code. Radio buttons of i.config text options. I think that is in the display question. We will check that one. Yeah, radio buttons of i.config text options. Yeah, this is something like this, right? We'll run this. This is a two-dimensional array. Now syntax error. Okay, run this. Yeah, so this is the UI. So this is of size 400 into 500. So here we are not getting the timer, right? Lantern, next, earth, next. Your score is 2 out of 4. But here the timer is not working. I will check that also. We'll check this function for the timer. I mean the countdown function. Okay. So here this time left timer ID. If time left, yeah, here this logic is wrong, right? This is greater than or equal to 0. Then only we need to get inside this loop, right? That is time config. Okay. Then we need to subtract with 1. Then we need to update this again, then call the next question. Okay, here also I miss one thing. We can write else, right? If it is else, then we will go for the next question. Okay, I think now it will work. We'll check it or run this code. Yeah, now this is working, right? So if we are not clicking any option, it will go for the next question after 15 seconds. Let's wait for 15 seconds. Yeah, now we will check. We will put the answer here. I'm clicking all the options here. 0, like all wrong answers I gave, right? So that's it. So we have built a working QSAP with a Python and Tkinter. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.